When the past meets the present, in order to shape the future, it has to be done together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Heavy is the Crown. And in our opening match tonight, we're going to have Emerson versus Hector Florez. But before we get into all that good stuff, let's talk about the other matches. As we have the Frontlines Championship being defended as Krypton takes on Mad T. We also have the PipeBomb Championship being defended as Wolfe takes on NDT. The Women's World Championship will be on the line as the champion Gypsy Freak takes on Santana Perez. And then we have the Rivalz Championship match as the Purge takes on Sander Cool. And in our main event tonight, we have Haywood defending the Elite World Championship against Jonny Canada. You're not going to want to miss any of this. This is going to be an epic show tonight. I hope everyone enjoys. I wish I had commentary with this, but, unfortunately, things just didn't go the way that I wanted them to go. So it's just me tonight. And I'm sorry you have to look at my ugly ass mug all night. Because as the owner JP, everyone fucking hates me. But anyways, we got Emerson and Hector Florez in a strong style combat match, with the winner going to face Gambit at Black Wednesday in March for the Strong Style Combat Championship. So let's take it down the ringside and let's see who gets the win in this match.
This is what you asked
for! Emerson. Congratulations. Finally done something right and won something worth of relevancy. The saying, better than I do. It's not what you have done in the past. It's what have you done for me lately. And if you're brutally honest, Gene, you know as well as I do, you haven't done much lately. You know what you represent, Gene? You represent a problem here in Elite and in other places as well. You are part of a small group of individuals clinging to their past accomplishments, refusing to go away and letting the present, here and now, take reign. Whereas I am the present. I am the future of Elite. I am the today and tomorrow what you are yesteryears. You're going to come out here and proclaim you're this big well-known star in the promo universe. Talk about all your accomplishments here. Key word is had. You are nothing but a has-been lately. Looking back on a career that is no longer as active as you were. Whereas I have nothing but the sky as my limit here in Elite.
Hector Florez. You and I know each other, and this is what's going to be fun. For these next 2 minutes, I get to kick your ass up and down verbally. You see, Hector, I did come straight out of the block, out of the gate, because, see, Hector Florez is going to try and talk his way, being that he's some new promo artist. Dude, you've been here so long, you're still sitting in the primordial ooze you started in, and that is the very bottom. You and I are two different types of promo artists. And it's been proven just now in the World Tournament. Not too long ago. I came in 3rd place. You, where were you? Oh, that's right, you lost. You see something, Hector? You think you're great, and hell, you've walked all over this promo-verse, and you've got better and better. But at this current moment, facing me and you are still the assistant running to go get me coffee. You're still the assistant running to go get me whatever I want. Because at the end of the day, you do not leveled up to me. You do not match me. You do not become my equal. I don't see you on the same footing. You come into my house, you come into my casino, and you trying to ante whatever you have left up to try to match the house. Well, let me tell you something, Hector Florez, that everybody around here will know today, tomorrow, and into the future. You do not beat me because the house always wins, Hector. And at the end of the day, Hector Florez is nothing more and nothing less than the lost promo artist that came in right from the beginning.
Oh, sucks to be Hector Florez. You know, he is my client, but you know, sometimes it just feels good to see him lose. But nonetheless, Gene Emerson, great win tonight with a judging score of 2-1. Man, what a match. What a match. But coming up next, we have the Women's World Championship match as Gypsy Freak takes on Santana Perez. But before we get to that, folks, I'm getting word that our Frontlines champion has a few choice words for his opponent tonight. Let's take it over to Don Krypton.
You know, as I sit in my office playing golf and I watched the show from the other day, the pre-show for Heavy is the Crowd, I realized I never responded to Mad T. Not even once over these 15 weeks. Probably should do that. I know he won some type of tournament, but as I play golf in my corner office, I guess it's probably time to show people how heavy the crown is. I'll see you tonight, Mad T. Krypton out.
Some short choice words for from Don Krypton, but he looks like he's ready for tonight's match. But all right, we got the Women's World Title match up next. Let's go down to ringside.
This is what you asked for!
Well, here we are. World champion Gypsy Freak. Makes me fucking laugh. You sit here and say you're gonna break one of my bones. You're gonna hurt me. You're gonna do whatever you can to me. You can't even compare to my level. You see, I know what I'm doing. I'm very smarter than you think. You sit here and you try down on me. Oh, I was told to look you up, but I would rather not. It's okay, because when I first seen your face, I was like, hell no. But you know what? It's alright. Because I'm here to take your women's world championship from you, because it's going to look good right here on my shoulder. But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm going to break your bone, I'm going to break your face. I ain't going to do none of that. Because I'm not like that. The only time I break a bone is if you piss me off. So, I'm looking forward to this match with you. I really am. Because you don't intimidate me and you don't scare me. Nobody does in this company. None of you intimidate me or scare me. But you know what? I will see you soon. And I hope you shine that title up for me so I can put it around my waist when I'm holding it high. I'll see you soon, Gypsy freak. But don't get shit twisted. You ain't walking out with that belt. I am. Santana Perez. See you soon. Toodles.
I'm on the train that's pulling the sick and twisted, making the most of the ride before we get arrested. We're all wasted and we're not going home tonight. Covered in black, we're like the social graces. Just like an animal, we crawl out of our cages. They can't tame us, so if you're one of us, get on the bus. If you're a freak like me, wave your flag. If you're a freak like me, get off your ass. It's our time now, so let it out.
So what else can I say to you, Santana? I hope you took the words that I said and did something with them instead of wasting my fucking time, which it looks like you are wasting my time. Because the only thing you're showing up for is to get beat down. I'm not here to do anything other than defend what I earned. And then I'm going to go fuck off and do whatever else I want to. Because at this point, I don't see any reason to be here. Now, when a real challenge shows up, then maybe I might worry about something. Maybe I might sweat, but I'm not. You know, I kind of thought that this place had something, and I'm looking around and I see a whole bunch of nothing. Santana looks like you like to squander opportunity. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I'm going to enjoy destroying you. I'm going to enjoy beating your ass, dragging you all around by your hair. I don't know. Do whatever the fuck I want to you. And there isn't anything you can do about it. But take what I do to you and learn from it. And if you don't fucking learn from it, I can always whip your ass again. Anyways, tired of wasting my time. I'll be seeing you very, very soon, Cupcake. Toodles.
Oh, what a great match that was. Gypsy Freak coming out with a clean slate with 3-1 in the judging poll. Terrific match. Glad to see that she retained that women's championship. Santana Perez did a fantastic job. Keep up the hard work, Santana. You know, your time will come soon enough. But up next, we have the PipeBomb Championship match. as Kevin Wolfe defends the PipeBomb Championship against NDT. Let's check this out. Let's head down to ringside.
This is what you asked
Hello fans, it's me, it's NDT, your original gentleman London Gangster, and tonight I'm up against the PipeBomb champion, Kevin Wolfe. Kevin Wolfe, you think there's going to be any difference since you've supposedly improved, that you supposedly are one of the main figures in elite fantasy wrestling? You see, Kevin Wolfe, PipeBomb Championship, no holds barred, no edits. I can say what I want. What I'm gonna say is that sorry for your damn luck, because tonight's gonna be the night that I'm putting you back in your place. See, I've already had my pound of flesh from you, and I have already beaten you before. You Kevin Wolfe, you think just because you hold a championship that you are the dog's bollocks around here. That ain't the case, because the belt does not make the man. The man makes the belt, and you are de-evaluating, you are de-appreciating that belt. Because you have not got the talent, you have not got the balls, and you have definitely not got the fucking attitude that NDT has. See, Kevin Wolfe, I don't give a flying fuck if you think that tonight's gonna be your night. I don't care if you think tonight is gonna be your crowning achievement, your retribution. Because it ain't. It's not gonna be your retribution. It is not gonna be your redemption. What it's gonna be is a sacrificial damn lamb. Because by the time I'm finished with you, Kevin Wolfe, you're gonna know exactly what's going on tonight. See, they didn't put you in this match so you can showcase how damn good you are. They put you in this match because they needed someone like me to come along and teach you a damn fucking lesson. A lesson in humility, a lesson in being humble. Because that's what you need, Kevin Wolfe. You need to be humbled. You need to be put back to where you're meant to be. They brought in the original gentleman London Gangster to do that. And why? Why did they do that? Because when it comes to it, I'm the only damn motherfucker in this group that will be able to do the job and do it properly. That is by taking away your PipeBomb Championship. Become the new PipeBomb champion. With that Kevin Wolfe, you've just come under new damn fucking management.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am your reigning, defending, undefeated, undeniable, undisputed
PipeBomb champion. The man who beat Dante Black not once, but twice. Kevin Wolfe. And tonight we're taking this back to where it all began for this PipeBomb title. Tonight, from here on out, it's going back to the original idea of this belt. No filters, no edits, but none of that's going to do any good. Because tonight, it's not about edits, it's not about filters. It's about running this. And most importantly, it's about going out there and beating the holy hell out of each other. Tonight, you got something to prove. You want to prove to the world that you can measure up to the level of this. That you can finally pull the trigger on one of these. You can finally win one of these. And you've been trying for a long time, NDT, to win one of these. You have competed for these before, but you've never quite measured up. But we all know how this is going to go, NDT. You're going to come out here and do what you do best. And that's fumble when it matters most. Because I am going to go out there in front of the entire world, in front of that beautiful capacity crowd, and I am going to show the world why I'm the PipeBomb champion, why you don't mess with the PipeBomb champion, why you don't mess with one man that's undefeated. I'm 4-0. That means no one has ever pinned me. No one has ever tapped me out. Again, they've came close, but they don't have what it takes. And tonight will be no different. Tonight I will retain this beautiful thing here, this beautiful PipeBomb title, and I will move on to the next challenger, to better competition, NDT. And you will do what you do best. You will watch the best compete, and you will dream. That is the difference between me and you, NDT. You are a dreamer. I make it happen regardless, in spite of what everybody says, which is why I am your PipeBomb champion, and you are not.
Whoo! Damn, Kevin. You didn't have to go that hard on the guy. But very impressive. Very good win for Kevin Wolfe, retaining the PipeBomb Championship and still being undefeated in the promo game here in Elite. NDT, you did a great job. Came out here hard, swinging, but it just wasn't enough. Still, your champion by a clean slate of 3-0. Kevin Wolfe. Whoa. What a good match that was. Oh, I'm pretty hyped up. But anyways, we still got more to come. We still have our next match. As the Purge defends the Rivalz Championship against Sander Cool. Now, as you all know, during the pre-show, it was supposed to be King of Dad style, but due to medical issues, he was not able to be cleared to compete tonight. So stepping in will be Sander Cool. Let's see if Sander Cool can get this win tonight, or will Purge reign supreme and give us another long reign of being the Rivalz champion. Who knows? But let's take it down to ringside.
This is what you asked for!
You see, Elite, I don't need to bring anything else. I don't need to bring a second person or a second face. I only need to bring myself. And you see, that's what my opponent the Rivalz champion is doing. See, he only brings a second person out when he feels threatened. He only brings out a second person when he needs it. See, unlike him, I'm coming here on my own. Because I need to be on my own. Because I want to be the best rival for everybody else. And that's what I'm gonna do when I have that championship. That's what I'm gonna do when I take that championship from you. Because alone, I can do a lot more. I can bring more to the table. I can bring more than anyone else when I have that championship. Because I don't need to bring anybody else. I just need to bring the best rival there is. So believe me, Elite, I don't need to be special. I just need to be the best rival out there.
Project Destiny is the consequences to your arms. My mind alone is filled with rage for you. I am the pastor to your sheep. I am the master of my destiny. I am the king of all I see.
Elite, I keep it real with you tonight. And heavy is the crown, this is just a filler match for me. This is just another title defense in the books. You know why? Because Santa Cool is not really a threat for my title reign at all. Santa Cool is not the promo artist who's gonna dethrone me and shut me up for good. And you know why? Let's rewind back into the Rivalz Championship tournament when he got eliminated by Santana Perez. Shit, the word women beater gives a whole new meaning about it. Oops, sorry, not sorry. And hey, when we look about you and your promo skills, it doesn't really make sense. You're not any kind of ultimate opportunist here. You're not the it guy, you're not the it player, you're not the promo artist on screen. But while me, I am the visionary, the revolutionary, Mr. OMG himself, and especially a god damn asshole. And your undisputed king of Rivalz. And Santa, I know I am your poster guy, I know I am your idol, but you are the most disrespectful son of a bitch that I've ever witnessed. One hike, congratulations, you did something for your life. You did something that you could say to your little buddies in your little certain blah 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 whatever thing. Oh, I did a hype for the champion. Oh, I did a hype for the champion. Oh, I did a hype for the champion. Well, guess what? Go fuck yourself about that. You disrespected my legacy. You disrespected my fucking work for Elite Marks. Because I am the one who is standing up day by day, minute by fucking minute. And people like you, operating out of the shadows, doing nothing for this, gets the title shot just like that because somebody had an emergency? Somebody got beaten up? Bitch fucking please. Ach, weißt du was? Ich rede mal in meiner Sprache, weil es reicht mir langsam, dass Leute wie dich einen Veteranen wie mich so richtig respektlos behandeln. Und weißt du auch warum, Senna? Du kleine Fotze müsstest hier meinen, irgendwelche großen Reden zu schwingen, zu sagen, ich werde der nächste Rivalz Weltmeister, was auch immer. Du bist der größte Schwanzlutscher, den ich jemals in meinem Leben gesehen habe. And now I'm gonna speak here to English because it may not be in a regular confirm there. But Sander, I give you something to think of it. Maybe think of that. What if you're gonna win this? What if the chances are so good for you that you're gonna be the next Rivalz champion? You're gonna fuck shit up in the first defense. Hey, say hi to Scottish Warrior for me, who couldn't get the job done against me. Oops. But ladies, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to make enemies. I'm here to make the money. I'm here to solidify my legacy. I'm here to teach some bitches like him a fucking lesson. And you know what that is? That is the consequences to your all's action. Now get me something to work for, or otherwise you're never gonna see this title on the Elite screen ever again.
Oh boy, just what I expected. Sander, you did a great job, man. You just came up short. And the Purge retains the Worlds Collide Rivalz Championship in a clean slate of 3-1. Wow. This is a great show tonight, fellas and ladies. I wish we could have more hosts on the show, but unfortunately, like I said, it's just me tonight. And I'm sorry that you have to see my ugly ass mug here and all that good shit. But anyways, we still got more to come as our co-main event is happening right now. And let me tell you guys, this one might just be the match of the night. I just feel it in my soul that this might be the match of the night. But we got Krypton defending his Frontlines Championship against Mad T, who won the Time Chamber match at our show Seek and Destroy earlier this year. So I've been looking forward to this match. This match was really scheduled to be a Turkey Day Throwdown, but due to unfortunate events, Turkey Day Throwdown did not happen this year. So we had to move it back, and here we are at Heavy as the Crown, where we have Mad T, Krypton, Frontlines Championship. Let's go down to ringside.
This is what you asked for!
Good evening, Elite Marks. Before we get started, I want to first and foremost, before anything else, say thank you to Mad T. There have been some instances where the entire point of the BWO is to create a safe space for people, and in other spaces we are not safe. So the few allies we do have, we want to make sure we take care of them. I know your initial introduction into the BWO was a little rough, but I've heard about what you've done, and I thank you. Now, let's get into our actual first meeting, because that is what I have a lot of time to talk about. Run the tape.
So that means I gotta take on the big bad Krypton, right? Krypton. I've been waiting a long time for this match.
Now hold on just right there. Big, yes. Bad, yes, also. But at this point, I had no idea who you were. I honestly was just going to respond to you with the Thanos gift saying, I don't even know who you are. But honestly, the balls on this guy to call me out to say that he's been waiting for me. I had to see what he was about.
You come out here and say, Mad T, what titles have you won? I'll go ahead and beat you to it. Never won a real title.
Now, Mad T, what made you think that you, being a person at that time with no titles, could go up against the very best that does this, the top, the pinnacle of the E-Fed world, and has been in every single place I've been? What makes you think that you were the one that was going to dethrone me and come to the front line and defend this the way it's supposed to? Nothing. Nothing. Please, continue.
I want you to bring that same Don Krypton that you brought in the World Cup. And not the one where you dropped the ball and lost. But the one before that. Because I'm gonna give you everything I got. Because I'm tired of everyone throwing my face that Matt T has never won a real title.
That was rich coming from someone who dropped the ball in the first round, but we're not going to talk about that. I want you to know that EWN or whoever handles that apparently thought that a person talking into the TV to themselves was more realistic than the Kingpin, than the Don, Krypton, but we're not going to worry about that. Worry about your own accolades first before you come to the top of the mountain. But please, continue.
Matt T versus Don Krypton. You think Haywood versus Krypton is going to be big? But I promise you, do not take me lightly, Don Krypton. Do not come out here and take me as a joke.
Now, if you know any better, and you know your history, you know that I am undefeated against Haywood. I take him as a joke. That's not the one you want to use as an example, but please continue.
Because I am going to rip your fucking throat out of your neck and shove it straight up your fucking ass.
Now, this is where you lost me, Matt T. This is where you lost your chance at the Frontlines Championship. Simply because no one who is worth their medal is going to copy somebody word for word, bar for bar, from someone who they believe defeated their opponent. It's disgusting. It's pitiful. It's not someone who would be on the front line of anything. That is where you lost this match.
So when you're sitting in your little fucking executive office, wanting to play golf or whatever the fuck it is your dumbass does, just know, you're gonna be hurting. Because you won't even be able to talk with that deep voice of yours.
First of all, Mama Purge loves this deep voice, so please, don't ever talk about it that way. Don't be disrespectful.
So do me a favor. Choke on a dick. And I'll see you soon. Alright, baby boy?
Why are you gay? Okay, enough of that. Honestly, I thought I'd have more material to work with, Mad T, but in my eyes, I see you as someone who's on the rise. You can go into any company and pick up a mid-cart belt, and honestly, they seem to be really easy to come by these days. But if you, in any way, shape, or form, are going to be a blueprint in any place, make sure that you be your own man. Make sure that you are making your own phrases, and make sure you come a lot harder than that. Because someone who is at the top of the mountain, someone who is on the front line, someone who brings order to this E-Fed place is not going to fall to those weak lines, Mad T. So please, try again. I know that you have talent. I know that you are someone that can be relied on by the people. So when you come into your own and be the man we know you to be, then you can come get the Frontlines title. Until then, go to the back of the line, work on your craft, and I will be waiting.
Elite Marks. You know, this is like, what, the third time I've come on your screen? But see, like I always say, every time Mad T comes out here, what do? I put eyes on this product. Every time Mad T steps somewhere, he puts eyes on the product. And that's the difference between me and my opponent. Big Smo from San Andreas. Come on down, Don Krypton. You see, Don, you have kept a grip on that title that you have on your shoulder for far too long. The thing is, the keeper of that title is here. The real champion is here. I've let you hold on to that title for far too long. I've let you think you run this place for far too long. We've all seen how shitty of an owner you truly are, Don Krypton. See, BWO isn't failing because of the people in it. Because BWO has some of the best talent this game has to offer. And it has people like Jay the Menace. People like The Prophecy, King Mac Millie.
Lit Fuse! The names go on. 18. You even have the legendary Bones! They used to own it. But now look. Since he no longer owns it, since you are the owner of BWO, Haywood had to come in and save your ass! Think about it. But what did you do? You couldn't have that. You couldn't let somebody else come in and take over a product and make it better. Again, you are the reason why BWO is failing. BWO didn't win the World Cup because of you. It won it because of the people in BWO. You failed in the World Cup. You failed BWO. Just like you fail as an owner. Take it from someone who has actually been a good owner. Take it from someone that's took a company from the bottom, the dirt, the grave, and turned it into a dynasty. You would know nothing about that. Because all you've done since you've taken over BWO is bury it. Look at how you lost to Lit Fuse. Don't come out here and tell me that you didn't lose, because you did. But anything to keep yourself on top, right? The difference is, you don't run this place. I do. So you can go ahead and say, and new. Because you see, that is what's best for business, and that's what Mad T does. For the better of this game, for the better of this company, just go ahead, send me my fucking title. Because trust and believe, nothing you can do or say can beat me or stop me. Because bitch, I'm Mad fucking T. And I'm bulletproof. And trust and believe, I love just a piece of me.
Whoo! Ho, man. What a match. What a match. Oh. This one was a hard one. Definitely both competitors gave it all they got. But at the end of the night, Don Krypton, still your Frontlines champion. And Mad T, don't sell yourself short. You put out a great promo tonight. You did what you said you were going to do, and you fucked shit up. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough to dethrone Don Krypton. He's got that kryptonite, man. You just got to watch out for that shit. But anyways, here in our main event, we have Hollywood Haywood defending the Elite World Heavyweight Championship against Johnny Canada. Now, if you saw at Winter Combat, Johnny Canada lost to Franklin Benjamin in the Nemesis Championship match, and the scores were not good. The scores were not good, and we started changing things up here in Elite, and I hope everyone enjoys the judging system that we have now. I'm sure people will still bitch about it, but hey, that's what people do sometimes. But anyways, here is our main event, and I can't wait for this matchup. Let's take it down to ringside.
What you asked for, heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise, ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for, heavy is the crowd.
Elite, it is time for Heavy is the Crown. Jonny Canada versus Hollywood Haywood for the Elite World Heavyweight Championship. This is a match that's been building for a very long time. Even before the last month when it was made official and Haywood and I have been going back and forth. I've been sitting in the locker room for almost 2 years listening to the bullshit that you spew, Haywood. You're talking about how you're the king of Elite and nobody can touch you. Haywood, you are just as bad as anybody else who has an ego. Haywood, you are not the solution. In fact, you're the fucking problem with Elite. You and people who think they can show up whenever they damn well please. What? 4, 5 times a year defend the World Heavyweight Championship? That is the problem, Haywood. I'm out here every single fucking show busting my ass for what, the last 2 years? Because I want to better myself. Because I want to make this company great again. And this company was great once. And then what happened? You started your world title reign. And Haywood, when you started your world title reign, it's quite simple of what's happened. Elite has gone here, and it's gone downhill ever since. And that downward spiral started when you won that World Heavyweight Championship, Haywood. It is time for a change. I am here to make Elite great again. It's not just about me versus you, Haywood. It's about me achieving my destiny. It's about me taking this company that I put on my back for the last 2 years and making it great again. That title that you hold used to have a lot of prestige, used to have a lot of aura around it, Haywood. Now, the only thing that it is it's a laughing stock of the EFED community, because you don't show up unless you absolutely have to. Haywood, you've had what? 5 title defenses in the last year? That's just laughable. That is the funny thing, Haywood. When I beat you, not if, but when I beat you, I will be out here week after week displaying that title, putting it on screen for everybody to fucking see. Haywood, everybody believes that you are just gonna run roughshod over me and this match is gonna end before it really even begins. And Haywood, that is the other problem. Nobody is paying attention to what I've been fucking doing over the last year and a half. It is time for a change, and that change starts with me taking that World Heavyweight Championship off your shoulder. Haywood, you know I can do it. You're well aware of what I've accomplished. And Haywood, I guarantee you, you will never be the same after this match. This is my moment. I am not going to squander this opportunity. Haywood, what happens when you wake up tomorrow after you've lost to me at Heavy is the Crown? What happens? Where does Hollywood Haywood go from here? Well, the one thing that I do know is you go back down to the bottom of the ladder where you belong. Haywood, your reign of terror is over, and it's time to make Elite great again, and that starts with Jonny Canada as your new World Heavyweight Champion.
Kings never die. Kings never die. Take my hand, we'll be kings for a day. This is our moment. This is our time to shine. Kings never die. Kings never die.
Go fuck yourself!
Elite Marks, you could have been anywhere else in the world tonight, but you are here with me to watch me take on Johnny Canada, I think. That's right, guys. That's right. I don't really know if I'm going to get Johnny Canada tonight. No one does. Because after Johnny Canada came out here a couple of weeks ago and decided, you know what? I'm not very good at being Johnny Canada. In fact, Haywood did a better job at it than me. So maybe I'll put a half mask over my face because no one will be able to recognize me. And I'll call myself the Phantom. Oh! That's what you did, Johnny. Listen, you tried to imitate me. You saw everyone laughing at you, not with you. And you ran over to the foundation, put on a little mask, and you got your little win. And I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling because those wins, they don't come often for you. Do they, Johnny? And I found that when people like you, Johnny, you know, losers, finally figure out something that may work, they decide to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. So there's a good chance I'm not taking on Johnny Canada tonight. There's a good chance that I'm taking on the Phantom. But Elite, I tell you that they are one and the same. Because you can take a 5-pound bag of shit and show it to everyone. And they're gonna say that's a 5-pound bag of shit. But if I take a mask, a Phantom of the Opera mask, and I put it over that 5-pound bag of shit, and I show it to everybody, you know what everybody's gonna say, Johnny? That's still a good golly 5-pound bag of shit. That's right. You can put a mask on it, you can try to hide it, but it's still shit. Not just any shit, the drizzling shits, Johnny. Hell, I'm a better Johnny Canada than Johnny Canada is. Don't believe me? I think we've all seen it. I am Hollywood Haywood. Really, Johnny? And you think that I'm oppressing this place? You think that I'm holding this place down? That is rich. You, Johnny. People like you are who are holding Elite Marks down. People like you that nobody wants to take on. People like you that aren't good enough to take on people like me. People like you whose asses I kissed for years for absolutely nothing aren't good enough for this. Do I need to paint a vivid picture to Elite of what it would look like as the Phantom or Johnny Canada as your world champion? Because if I do, then this place is already lost. Let that sink in. You think me as world champion is holding back Elite Marks? Well, then you're crazier than the guy that used to own this fucking place, Johnny. They don't chant your name when you come out. Do you hear them now? No one's chanting Johnny's name. Do you hear it? You could hear a pin drop in this arena. But every week, every day, people come to this room, waiting to see what Hollywood Haywood has to say next. Waiting to see who Hollywood Haywood is going to talk about next. Waiting to see who Hollywood Haywood is going to embarrass next. The only thing people have ever waited for you on, Johnny, is your next fucking meal. So go fuck yourself if you think that I'm the problem with Elite March. Kiss my ass, Johnny. You were never good enough. That's just a fact of fucking life. I'm not sorry, and that's all fucking K.
Oh. I don't know about this one. I felt like Canada had this one. Oh man. I felt like Haywood's promo was, the music was a little too loud, but you could understand him clearly, unfortunately. I was really, really rooting for Johnny Canada in this match. Damn. But anyways, your winner, and still Elite World Heavyweight Champion, Hollywood Haywood, with a 2-1 judging system. Oh, that could have went either way. That could have went either way, and I hope to see something happen. Something needs to happen. We got to get this guy out of the main title picture. Hollywood Haywood's been champion for about 16 months now, and someone's got to beat him. Who the fuck is gonna beat Hollywood Haywood? But anyways, folks, that's the end of Heavy as the Crown. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you didn't, well, in the words of Hollywood Haywood, you can go fuck yourself. But anyways, until next time, we got the Monsters Rumble coming up in February. You guys stay tuned. There's going to be Nemesis episodes coming out. We got a Fatal 4-Way qualifying. Well, we got a qualifying matches for a Fatal 4-Way match to see who will face Franklin Benjamin, our Nemesis champion, at Black Wednesday. So you guys stay tuned. There's more to come. Hope you enjoyed the night, and thanks for watching.